Good morning. Welcome to the live stream on this beautiful Monday morning. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. As we start here our live stream today, a little bit earlier than usual, just fine. And we're playing ETS 2, so Euro Truck Simulator. Our Volvo truck here. Good old Volvo. That we crashed yesterday. Hey Kenny. Yes sir, yes, that's the first comment. Out of the red app with the play button. I think that's the first comment. No, Amadine sent the first comment overall on the black app. The TIKTOK. Can't say the name of the platforms. Quite annoying, but it is what it is. So let's get started. I don't think I have a job right now, so let's check it out and see if it's daytime or nighttime. What's going on here? So it's almost 9 p.m. So we better find a place to sleep and then start. Hey Milan, yes, the tachometer is synced up. So let me start the engine here. So this is the electric part, and now engine started. Oh, sound is muted, so there you go. A little bit of sound for you. So there you go. Now, the next question you might have is, why is the rev so high? Because that's one thing a lot of people ask. So I'll just get this question out of the way before you ask it. Hey, Ennis, welcome. So you see there, I hope you can see. I can't zoom in because I didn't set the button there, but let me see. Can you see? Yes, I think you can. Right here, where this little area is, this is the tachometer for the truck, the game truck, right? So you'll see that when I press the gas to like flat down, it'll go to 2000 RPMs. So that's 2000 RPMs on the gauge cluster in the game. And in my gauge cluster in the simulator, you'll see here that's going to 7500 RPMs. So what I did is I calibrated my sim hub. That's the app that fetches the game data and sends it over to my my gauge cluster. In there, I told that 2000 RPMs equals 7500 RPMs. So this way, when I'm driving, the needle will go all the way to the end instead of just stopping short of, like 2000 RPMs. Otherwise, I'd go from 600 to 2000, 600 for 2000, and that's not good. So that's why I did that. Hey, Greater Ham, thank you for the follow. How's your day, Ennis? So let's go. Let's find a place to sleep, and then we're gonna get a cargo. Gotta rest because I don't want to drive at night, and the main reason is I don't want to drive at night because you guys can't see it. So we're gonna just cross the street here basically, and hey Riz, good morning. Got the parking brake on. Let's get it going. How much time did it take you to build this S60R sim rig, Victranka? So it took me about 3 weekends. The first version, like V1. This is V3, by the way. And I've been working on and off with this thing for about 3 years now. What I usually tell people is, if you go to my channel on the red app with the play button and look for the tutorial, and you follow the tutorial, I think if you dedicate time, in about a week time, you can get this thing working. So like going to the junkyard, pulling the parts, then reassembling the parts at home, like making the wood base and all of that. So, you can get it done in about a week. I'm doing good, Riz. How about you, man? Did you sleep well? So I had a great night of sleep tonight. Feeling rested, which is uncommon. Do I drive automatic or manual? If manual, don't trucks have more gears than a normal car gearbox? Yes, Milan, that's a very well noted. And yes, I'm driving manual. I have a 6-speed manual transmission from my car here, from a real car. And the way it works is, meanwhile, I didn't change the transmission in the game to a 6-speed, so I'm driving with a 12-speed. The way the game does it is it skips gears. So you'll see here, let me show you when I stop here at the traffic light. You see the N here? This is the actual gear that my car is in right now, or the truck. 1, first gear, and then it goes to 3rd gear, and then 5th gear, and then 7th gear. It doesn't show the 7th because the car gauge was not ever programmed to have 7 gears. It stops at 6. So that's why I skip gears. And that's how the range works. Mbappe, good morning. How mad? I am very mad. How did I make the real car? I assume that's what you're asking. So I pulled the parts at a junkyard and I just built it over my house. Can it stall, Stefan? Yes. So I'll put first gear. I'm not gonna use the clutch, and truck is stalled. Essentially, you see the RPMs went down to 0. So now I would have to put neutral and start the engine. How much would it cost to build something like that? Not a lot. You'd spend about $300 in car parts if you go to a pick and pull junkyard. And then you'll spend another $400 or so here in the United States. I'm talking US prices. To go to your hardware store and buy wood, carpet, metal, and the Arduinos at Amazon. 5 Arduinos will cost you about $25. It's not expensive. ME, what shifter is that? How much? Is it compatible with Xbox? And, well, let me break down the question. So the shifter is a cheap, generic USB shifter. So if you type in on AliExpress or Google, generic USB shifter, that's what you're gonna find. It's a black box with a shifter on top. I'm just using a different trim here, which is from my car, the real car. And how much did it, no, is it compatible to Xbox? No, it's not compatible to Xbox. You would have to play on an Xbox. You have to buy a wheelbase with the shifter connected to it. So let me sleep here so I can get the daylight back again. K-Edit. Bro, is that an S6TR? Yes, sir. That is an S6TR. Benedek, how would you adjust the RPMs? Would it be better if it shows the real RPMs? No. And the reason is, if I would show the real RPMs, the RPMs numbers, the actual numbers would show from 600 to 2000. So your peripheral vision sees the needle moving just a tiny bit. You'll be going like this, just doing like this movement. That's not a lot. When you put at the red zone here, so 2000 equals 7500, that's what I did, you have the whole travel. So your peripheral view will see that needle going up, and you know you have to shift gears. So it's just, obviously it's preference. You could, it's very simple for me. I would just need to come here. It's super simple. I'd go here to the Sim Hub. This is the app that does send the information here. I would have to go here to Arduino, my hardware, gauges, and then the edit here, this protocol here. This is what does the calculation. So you see here I have an NCalc formula that says if the engine is running, first it does the swipe. So the engine will move from, the tachometer will go from 0 to 8000. This is the swipe. So engine is running, 1. For 2 seconds, it'll take the rotation to about 8000. So that's the swipe. And then afterwards, format the RPMs to the max RPM divided by 7500, which is where I want it to be. I don't want it to be 8000. I want it to be a little short of 8000 RPMs. And then it returns a new number. So that new number is my calibrated RPM. So that's why I have the calibrated instead of the real one, because I can see with my peripheral view what's going on. Oh, I missed a lot of question here. Did I ever try BeamNG? Yes, I play BeamNG a lot. Where do you even buy such a dashboard? From a specific website? No, you have to go to the junkyard and pull it yourself, man. Damn, how's the cost? About $700 to buy car parts and hardware. Layla, do I remember you? I think I do. I have a good memory for some of the usernames. I do remember, especially yours is tilted and has a little heart. Yes, I think I do remember you. Um, you can block me. I follow back in 2 hours. That's okay. I mean, I'm sad to see you go, but if you're getting angry to see me popping up on your For You page, I can't do anything. I'm not the one putting myself in there. I'm just doing my, my thing here. Is there a noticeable delay between the game and the Arduino? Horiyuchi, there is a delay here in my gauge, but it's not because of the Arduino. It's because of the gauge cluster. And there's a very fine line for me to code all the codes that I have to use here for the gauge work in a way that don't overwhelm the CAN bus, line. And I know I am overwhelming it a little bit because I have almost every function of this gauge cluster working, and I'm not Volvo, so I don't know, exactly how they coded. Hey, Edit, just check out my tutorial on my channel. That's exactly where you are, man. Hey, Milkshaw Fox, hooray. Welcome back. So let's go. Well, it's morning here in the game. Let's find a job. Let's put here on our job freight market. Hey, Isabella, thank you. Deez, hey, hello. So let's check out. Ooh, some good payments now. Look at that. Oh no, that's far. We are in Germany, so let's choose Germany. I have to go where they have those 80,000 euros jobs, so we can get some money here going. We got IKEA to France. That's all the way south of France. To Bordeaux, Rome. That's interesting. Let's go to Rome. Let's go to Italy. Mamma mia. Oh, parking brake on. All right, let's go to Italy. Go to Romania. We can try to go to Romania. I go where they're paying well and where they show to me. Does the window wiper and indicator work? Yes, Elijah. So wiper. And you're on the black app, so you can't see. If you go to the purple app or the red app with the play button, you can see the widescreen version. And the widescreen version will show you that my widescreen, which has all the three TVs, and you can use the turnstock. See the turnstock. You're annoyed that your steering wheel has only 2 pedals and no gear stick. That's an easy fix, man. An extra pedal shouldn't be too expensive. What wheelbase did you have again? How did I make the setup? Divided. So you are in the right place to check that out, man. You can check out my channel and you'll see my tutorial. I have a step-by-step tutorial, 45-minute long tutorial, and I'm working on the tutorial for the electronics right now. So, part 2. Thank you, Combat. I am using a Fanatec Club Sport DD. 12 Newton meters. Thank you, Aaron, for the follow. Thank you, Cowboy. Cowboy? I don't know if that's how you would say that. Erding, go to Bulgaria. We are going to Italy right now. We're gonna get the trailer first, obviously, but we're gonna go to Italy. We're gonna get some pizza. Can I stall? Yes. It does stall if I do not use my clutch. A PlayStation wheel. Oh, so you might not even have the option. Oh, you're welcome, Divided. I hope you liked the tutorial. Check it out later. Give it a like if you like it. Help out the channel. That is a huge help to me. I am trying to grow... Oh, they crashed. I'm trying to grow my red app with the play button. And also my purple app. Ooh, that was a scratch. I don't know. I used my clutch. All right, I'll have to stop here for a second on the shoulder, just to help out on a little something here at my house. But that'll be just a second. I'll be right back. Let's put the hazards, put the parking brake for a second, and I'll be right back. Am I using 1800 degrees? Andriel, I'm using automatic. It's about 1050 for the Volvo, but it does itself. I'll be right back. All right, that was painless. I'm back. Get my microphone set up right here. Hope I'm not making too much noise when I fix my microphone. Maybe the levels are a little bit too high. Well, let's go. Yeah, that was fast. I thought it was going to take a little longer, but it didn't. Let's get back on the road. Oh, parking brake. I always forget the parking brake, and there's a big red light there. How much did it cost, Crystal? It did cost about $300 in car parts, and another $400 or so in all the hardware you see here: wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, that little LCD screen right there. Not a lot less than people usually think. Oh, great. Thank you, Olive. I have this new microphone that's on one of those microphone arms, and it's a pretty good microphone, I think, but I'm always afraid that, everybody's gonna hear me when I'm moving it around. Okay, what does it want me to do? Did I miss a turn? I think I did, because it's asking me to go around, like a roundabout here. The sound you hear is the lane keep assist. Oh yeah, a lot of people think it's way more expensive than it really is. And I get it, it looks expensive, but obviously I gotta have some disclaimers. I mean, it's about $700, but first you gotta go to the junkyard yourself and pull the parts. If you just go off of eBay and try to buy the parts, that's gonna be more money. I mean, that's obvious, right? If you do the work yourself, you're gonna spend less money. Second, $700 is for the price of what makes this simulator special. And what makes this simulator special is not the fact that I have a triple 4K TV set up or a powerful computer running it. It's the car. It's the fact that the buttons work. I can just click things and do things, and the gauge work and all of that. And for that, it's only $700. And also another disclaimer is, if you live in a country where you can't find junkyards that let you pull the parts yourself, it's gonna cost more money. So, you gotta consider all of that. But in general, I mean, it's not expensive, and I didn't spend too much money on it. And you can go on my channel on the red app with the play button and check out the tutorial where I break down all the costs. I have the little receipts, and I show you guys everything there. Jimmy, hello, good morning. How do you make the gauge work and everything work? So every electronic you see here that's working, the gauges, the buttons, everything, the hazard lights, the wiper, they are all connected with Arduinos. So I don't know if you're familiar with button boxes in the sim racing world. So if you're familiar with a button box, you know that they use Arduinos, and basically this is a very fancy button box. NOJ8US. I don't know. So, does a radio work? Yes, it 100% works. All the 6 CD changer, FM, AM radio, the audio can come from the computer and play through the speakers that I can adjust with the volume knob. However, I'm listening right now through my headphones. I don't want to disturb my whole house. My wife is on the next room working. I think it disturbed her enough talking to myself here and to you guys. But the fact is, it does work. And I'm not listening through it right now, but it does work. Am I thinking about getting a Volvo truck wheel? I thought about that, Benjamin, and I might do that eventually. Just to play American Truck Simulator or ETS. Hey, Tadiwa Makanga. Thank you. What other vehicles have you got? Sports cars would be legit. You mean in the game? In the game, I have literally, I think, thousands of cars. Assetto Corsa has... I must have maybe 600-700 car mods there. Forza Horizon, yes, it's pretty cool here. The only problem with Forza Horizon is I can't really adjust the camera the way I need. So it doesn't look as nice. It works, but it's not as nice. Really? Did I go for all of that? And it was here? I left this place. Okay. Alright, freight market. Do I still have that? Yes, I do. Let's get that job. Let me see the messages. Could you use a Raspberry Pi? It might work better. That F1 guy, no, a Raspberry Pi would not work better. A Raspberry Pi is a computer, essentially, just a small computer. And Arduinos are small controllers. So the Arduinos are seen by the computer as a USB joystick. So it's just as simple as that. All you have to do is connect it through the USB port, and it's a very simple device that doesn't need a power supply. It'll just connect through USB, so it's much simpler, a lot easier to code, and that will work a lot better. Unless you want to do something else. Like on my car, I do have a Raspberry Pi to get the Apple CarPlay working, but it's a lot more complicated system. Hey Bobcat, hello. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I don't know where you are. So let's back up here. Does the horn work? Yes. It's an awful horn. I didn't have the level, I think, to buy a good horn. Let's attach the trailer. Yes, Franks, that'd be cool. I mean, I do have, it's playing Spotify. You can actually see on the screen right now. That's the music that's playing right there. I'm gonna show you in a second. All right, so that is the music that's playing on Spotify right now. And I'm pointing here on the vertical, and here now for my friends on widescreen, right there. That's the music. I could be playing any other song, but I'm choosing to play copyright-free songs, so I don't get copyright strike on the red app with the play button. Hey, Reaper Fight! Hello, welcome back. Have you gone into Rampage just for the fun of it? Yes, Nat Prime, I did a few times already. So let's get going. We're going to Italy right now. Can I leave through there? No, I cannot. So I might need to go on a weird turn here. Let's see if I can do this. Or if I'm gonna get knifed. You will, Ennis. There we go. I'm not gonna get knifed. Did you create your setup in one go, or was it piece by piece? Carl, I did create in one go, like the main setup, like what makes the setup work. I did go in one go. 3 weekends, I got the whole hardware working. But it's been 3 years since I've been adding functions to it. Like little by little, been adding here and there, little things. So it took a little longer. So we gotta look here both ways. There's a lot of cars coming here. And in case you guys are wondering, I do have triple TV, so I can see on both TVs to my side here, the rear view mirrors. Ray, you can check my tutorial, man. I have a tutorial exactly there where you are on my channel. F1 guy, how much did the setup cost? So if you go to the junkyard and pull the parts yourself, you're going to spend about $300 in car parts at a pick and pull. And then if you go to, your local hardware store, Lowe's and Home Depot, you can build with about $400 in hardware. So wood, metal, carpet, that kind of stuff. What wheelbase am I using? No, this is a Fanatec Club Sports DD, the 12 Newton meters. You would not be able to make this work nice with a Logitech or a Trustmaster. It needs to be direct drive. Dude, any sim made out of scrap or anything, those are cool sims. So I started with an IKEA chair and a 2x4 frame. So why don't you play Truckers MP? I never tried. I will eventually. I just been live streaming every morning. I haven't really had the time to like dive in and test before. I don't like to go and start something new on a live stream. I'd like to test it first. Do I have a red app with the play button, Oscar? Yes, I do. And there you'll find tutorials and a bunch of other stuff. How do you connect 3 screens? You connect them to the graphics card. My graphics card has 4 inputs, or outputs actually. So you can connect the 3 TVs and also my desk monitor. This is connected to through another card. Thank you, Anisha. Do the buttons work? Yes, Bowie. All of the buttons work. Every single button here will do something. Every single button will do button things. Is this real or a sim? It's a sim. It's a real sim. Nicholas, if you want to check out my CarPlay on my channel, exactly where you are, you can find the instructions on how to install it and download it, because I made that and made it available for everyone. You just found a wheel for 122 euro with a clutch. That's not a bad price. What wheel is that? Oh, it's only compatible to PC. Play BeamNG. I will, Daniel, eventually. Not today. Thank you for the follow, Neeraj. Hey, beautiful Jay. Good morning. How much, Pep? I spent about $700. What about the radio? You recently bought a PC as a starter sim driver. That's amazing, Bowie. Wish you luck on your endeavor, man. It starts slow. You'll never end. That is one thing I know for sure. Give me music! Alright, so you got the ding. Wait. There you go. We got the ding. We got the first question. Why don't I go for a real drive at 31 minutes into the live stream? Because I'm commuting to my home office. Enjoy nature. I went to the beach yesterday. I drove for 2 hours. I don't have to go to the beach every day, and I have to work in about 2 hours, so I'm commuting to my home office. I work from home. Shay, you got the ding as well. Oh, no, not that button. Life did not end, sorry. I got the ding. There we go. Ding's back. At this point, get a job, June. I'm sorry to inform you. I do have a job, and a very well-paying job. I wouldn't be able to buy all of this if I didn't. And I have 4 cars, just by the way, But, okay. Hey, Cameron. Good morning. How did you build the dash with all the buttons, David? Arduinos, my friend. Arduinos are the key to the buttons. John's Funny Songs. Yes, sir. If you consider $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware and stuff. Yes, $700. That's what I spent for the car part. Not for the TVs, not for the computer, the wheelbase, that kind of stuff. Hey, Cameron, thank you. How did I set this up? I do have a tutorial, Perky, on my channel. Sorry, it's going too fast to chat, so I might lose a few, but how many Arduinos am I using? So I am using I have to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Arduinos right now. That's how many Arduinos I'm using. Oh, thank you, King Draco. Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes you gotta do that, right? I'm not flexing out of the blue here. People just come here and tell me to get a job. Really? What game is that? This is ETS 2. Euro Truck Simulator. Thank you, Tadiwa. Yeah, it's a lot less than people usually expect. If you're, you know, creative and willing to do some of the work, you're gonna save a lot of money. That is for sure. What's the best truck game for PlayStation? Sorry, man, I don't know, dude. Just in VR, are those real? Those are real dashboard. That's a real dashboard, but not a real truck right now. I'm driving in a game. Does any of it actually work? Everything actually works, ASG. Nothing you see here is for display. I can change cameras here, the view. I can go to another camera outside. I can go back to the cockpit. I can use the hazard lights. I can use the wipers. I can even hide my navigation if I want, or bring it back. I can make the, you know, that thing work and go to different screens, and I can do pretty much anything. Everything works. Did I finish the S60? Not yet. I'm working on it, and I'm making a tutorial with that. How much room does this take up? John's, it takes about 6 feet long, or maybe 7.5, 8 feet wide. Thank you, J900. P2 Volvo, hoorah. P2. The P3 is the one that came afterwards. Is the AC heater working? All the buttons are, but not coming air out of it. I don't need it. I'm in my home office in Florida, so air conditioning is on all year round. Hello to Nigeria. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Albert. You need help to make the RPN smooth with the Volvo cluster, Albert? You need to check my GitHub on my bio if you want to make it smoother. Does the AC work, Sparky? The buttons do work. Does not have air coming because I don't need it. I have the AC blowing air right on me. How did you build this? Just asking Quantas 7509. So check out, you're on my channel. Check out my tutorial, man. I do have a tutorial. John Garbonzo, I'm not gonna crash just because you asked. If you send me money, a lot of money, I will crash. Have you done all them miles? HW, no, I probably did about 25,000 miles on the sim already, but not the 111,000 miles. The gauge cluster was with about 98,000 miles when I bought it, and it took me a while to get the odometer working, so yeah. What's my favorite lorry? To be very, very, very honest with you, I don't have a favorite lorry. I drive Volvos because I have Volvos here, but I don't know trucks that well to tell you like, oh, the best one is, I don't know, Scania. Andrea Roncini. Hope I didn't butcher that. Oh, you're welcome, Albert. I'm glad you're enjoying. Can we play now? Hey, welcome back, DJN. Man, when I'm live streaming, I'm not gonna just stop the live stream and, you know, unload everything, just load something else. So when we will. I gotta test it first, offline, and then we can go online. Halliday, so what's the gearbox 5 notes, 6 speed? Halliday, do you basically spoof the same signal that comes from the car sensor for the gauge cluster? Yes, Halliday, that's exactly what I do. So I have to go to my real car in my garage, then sniff the CAN bus data, find out what every CAN bus code will do, program it into an Arduino, and then connect it to SimHub so I can get the data from the game and send it to the gauge cluster. Have I ever considered adding a mirror to the build, like a screen and holding up as a rear view? Johns, check out my videos, man. I do have 2 other TVs, or you're on the red app with the play button. Check out my live stream that's playing right now, widescreen. You'll see the rear view mirrors. I have 2 on my sides here. 2 screens, not just this one. I have 3 in total. What camera do I use? I am using a OBS bot, the Tail 2 camera. And I'm actually an ambassador. On my bio, you'll find the camera's link. And it helps a lot if you just check it out. Yes, we're driving, man. We're a little over the speed limit here. How about a V8 Scania sound? Good question. I don't have a Scania here. I'm driving my good old Volvo. That's my Volvo FH that I'm driving right now. Ooh. Wouldn't the real Volvo of that year be cheaper than the setup? No, it would not. Absolutely not, Howard. And how do I know? I have 4 Volvos. One is the same year and model as this setup. So I would know. Reed, hello man. How you doing? The CD, does it work? Yes. Not only 1 CD. This Volvo radio here has 6 CD changer. It's pretty amazing. You can just stick 6 CDs in here. I'm gonna stay here. Do you have the pedals on your car thing? Yes, Barbara, I do have all 3 pedals on this car thing. I agree, Charlie. It'd be pretty cool if every driving school would have one of these. You really want to get this game, Clement, so it's on sale on Steam. You can actually buy it for $4.99, I think. Hello, Jonas. I'm almost flooring it, but I don't want to get a ticket. Widman, you really recommend putting 1800 or more steering rotation. So I have the same steering rotation as the truck here. So it's not 1800. I think Volvo has about 1100 on their Volvos. And it's automatic, so it will adjust to whatever truck I'm driving. Yeah, Albert, I completely agree with you, man. I 100% agree with you. And not only that, we're replicating real cars in our rooms, but we're saving cars from, being crushed. Rudy, do I have a real truck? No, I do not. I don't have real trucks. Or just pirate for free. No, don't do that. Developers spend time, money, and I would never recommend or do that. And I don't think you can actually, have a good experience by pirating it. But I'm not your dad, so... or the police. But I don't recommend it. Play a song on the radio. It's playing the song on Spotify. If I would play a song here, it would be like a regular song that's not the copyright free, because I would have to play through the CD, and then I'd be getting a copyright strike on my red app with the play button. Elf, yes, a Volvo P2 interior. Zaynab, do I only drive trucks or do I drive other cars? I drive all kinds of cars, my friend. I do drive Volvo's truck on live streams, and the only reason is they're chill, and I can read the chat, and I can talk to you guys and interact and answer questions and be proactive. And when people ask me if the radio works, I can answer. If I be driving a car on a racetrack, I'd be worried about braking point, racing line, apexes, and all of that good stuff, and I wouldn't be able to read the chat. And I don't like those voice over, text over voice over text things. How do you shift trucks since the sim is 1 through 6, Charlie? That's a good question. So the game allows you to have a range. So I skip gears. What wheelbase am I using? A Fanatec Club Sport DD. And what are the PC specs? It's a 9950X 3D with a 4090. Jason Lin, why is the tachometer at 5,000 RPMs? Actually, the real life tachometer is at 5,000, but the truck is at 1,200. It's calibrated, so 2,000 RPMs in the game truck means 7,500 RPMs in my tachometer. I do that so I have more movement on my gauge needle. How much the setup cost? It did cost about $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware. Really, Barbara? I'm sorry to hear. I mean, that's one reason why I like to play trucks. It's I can read the chat and answer questions. Dyer, hello. How did you make the cursor work with the game, Mihu? So you're on the right platform for this. Search there, T2 Volvo Sim Hub. You'll find it. How did you manage to put the S16 interior? So go to my channel where you are right now and find, I gotta turn here. So find my tutorial. You'll be able to see exactly how I did this. I have a step-by-step tutorial. Do I have a CDL? No, I don't. Am I Swedish? No, I'm Brazilian. I live in America, but I'm Brazilian. What happens if you hit another vehicle, Ahmed? I just get a damage and also nothing else. Just damage and a ticket. Yes, sir, I built it, Caleb. As I'm trying to manage here my speed because it's going a little bit over. What wheelbase is a Fanatec Club Sport DD? Does the AC work? The buttons work, but not the air is not coming from here. I don't need the air. I'm in my home office. Oh yes, I know Volvo is Swedish. I'm well aware. Oh no, 777, you had a bad crash? I hope you're okay, man. Portugal, legal, meu. Então você fala com sotaque português de Portugal. Eu não sei fazer, tá? Desculpa, tá? Não tô tirando sarro, tô só falando sotaque, eu acho legal. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you. Is this ETS? Yes, it is, Ahmed. It is ETS 2. Let me put the cruise control here because I know I'm speeding. I don't want to speed and I don't want to get a ticket. There we go, about 50. Dummy Jellos, what game is this? ETS 2, Euro Truck Simulator. Jason Lin, do you know if there is already a code for other gauge clusters? I know the E36 cluster is very popular. Yes, I do know. There's quite a few clusters that have codes online floating around. You'd have to Google search the ones you like. Is this American Truck Simulator? It looks familiar. Flawless, almost. It's ETS. It's the same engine, but yes. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to read all the questions, but they're going pretty fast. I'm trying. Thank you, Barbara. What map is that? This is the vanilla map on ETS. iPhone 16 Pro Max. What's your PC specs? A 9950X 3D with a 4090, 64 gigs of RAM. How much is the build? About $700. How do you get a ticket? Are there cops? Yes. So if I speed, cops will give me a ticket. What car is the setup from? It's a Volvo S60R. Can you play Counter-Strike on this rig? Yes. In fact, I can. I have another monitor behind me, and the HDMI cable goes all the way there, so I just sit on my desk and play Counter-Strike or whatever game I want to play. Oh, that's my loan. Thank you, Mr. Bacon. How did I make it? You're on the right platform for that. I do have a tutorial there, step by step, 45-minute long. Just check on my channel. How much is the build, Jack Harris? It's about $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. Arduino, metal, carpet, wood, you know, that little LCD screen. How about you say howdy? Salve, meu amigo. Where did I buy the wheel? So I bought the wheel at the junkyard. Rudy Yana, I think you're saying you played this game since 2013, which sounds pretty accurate. I think that's when they released the game. iPhone, I answered your question already, but here you go again. A 9950 X3D with a 4090 GPU and 64 gigs of RAM. You want to see something happen, a hit or a ticket, send me a Galaxy and you'll see something happen. Você já é o número 1, mano? Sei lá, cara, o algoritmo gostou de você, mano. Hugo, you're a Forza Horizon guy. And that's fine. You can play whatever you feel like playing and enjoy. I am not one of those people that will, you know, shame you for whatever game you want to play. Is that an auto transmission? No, this is the Volvo Spaceball. 6-speed manual transmission, original from Volvo. Are the pedals the same as the Volvos or stock Fanatec ones? Neither, Bogdan. I am actually using a Moza pedal here. Inspection. Oh. That's a first. I hope you do subscribe, man. Hey, Barbara. See you later. Is your dash saying 843 miles to empty? Yes. Yes, it's very out of place on a passenger car. Thank God I'm driving a truck, right? Did I ever play BeamNG? Yes, quite a lot. Am I seeing your messages? I am seeing, but they go pretty fast here. Thank you for the gifts, guys. How do I stop here for... I don't know. I didn't see the green floating thing. Where's the green floating thing? I don't know. Gotta get a ticket, but in any case. Thank you, Jason. Sorry, not Jason, Romanian. Bro, why would you use Modland? I don't know. I don't use Modland. I need to install it one day. Why it looks so real? Because it's a real dashboard, and I'm playing a game that's pretty good looking. Not the best out there, but it's good looking. Is there a custom mount for the connection between the Fanatec module and the OEM steering wheel? And there's nothing out of the box you can buy, but I do have a good news for you. You can find on my channel, I have a tutorial on that as well. Thank you for subscribing, Caesar, I don't know. Super RAF. It's kind of cool, thank you. I don't know if you're talking to me or answering somebody else. Does the indicator make a sound from the dashboard if you use it? Yes, Explain 11 Aviation. It does make in real life because it does have a relay here. So when I put the blinker, what you hear is not the physical one. You're listening to the game one. And unfortunately or fortunately, my microphone is very good for noise canceling, so you're not capturing the real clicking sound, but it does make a clicking sound. Oh, that's okay, Grayson. I just see messages floating around sometimes. Which rotary encoder have you used? I'm using the original Volvo here for you know, the rotary. That's the only rotaries I have here. It's the passenger and driver temperature knob, and here for this is my retarder. So those are the only encoders that I have. So what's the best driving simulation game? Oh, that's a big argument, Clement. I mean, it depends on what you like, depends on what you drive. If you're a competitive racer, iRacing usually is the go-to for a lot of people. If you're just like mod cars and have, you know, just a good experience, Assetto Corsa is a very good one. There's trucks, if you like trucks. Why is this automatic? It's not automatic boosted, and this is a 6-speed manual transmission called Spaceball from Volvo. If you check it out, you'll see. Not automatic at all. So where is my lane here? I don't see the green box. But I think I gotta go through that lane over there, because... Where'd you put the sound system? It's underneath my dashboard here. Is this your first setup like a car, or did you have another one? This is not the first. This is my third version, and I did build a BMW E60 and a Miata. Eli plays. How does the cluster work? Arduinos. An Arduino Uno with a CAN bus shield. Oh, thank you, Barbara. I really appreciate that. How do you pair the parts to your PC? Arduinos, Romanian. A lot of Arduinos. No, you're not. I don't mind the crash offense, but that guy was just trying to just cut me off. No, you're not. Oh, for the steering wheel I found. This is a Fanatec Club Sport DD with 12 Newton meters. ETS or ATS. It just depends on what you like. For instance, if you're from Europe, you're probably gonna enjoy ETS more. If you live here in America, you're probably gonna like the ATS more. Now, the thing is, for me, I'm playing ETS because a lot of people have been asking me, and I have people from all over the world here that enjoys my live stream. So, I just kind of went out of my way to install, about a week ago actually, ETS. But I do prefer ATS, to be honest, because the speed limit is a little better. 50 miles an hour is the speed limit here. It's just very little. It's so hard to get a ticket, and it just drags for too long. Do I have tutorials for the BMW? So Marcelek, the tutorial I have on the red app with the play button, I'm building a Volvo. However, the BMW that I built uses the exact same process. So the tutorial will work for pretty much any car. It's just the same process. Is it multiplayer? No, I'm playing offline. What resolution is 4K? Yeah, dude, did you see that dire wolf? The guy was just trying to cut me off. Am I using all Unos? No, I'm using the Pro Micros that identify as Leonardo's. So you're that right, Jason. I am using the Pro Unos. I'm using an ESP32 here for my steering wheel, however. And the only reason is because I don't want to have a wire dangling here. So do I turn? Yes, turn here. I don't want to have a wire dangling. So Wi-Fi it is. Thank you for the follow, guys. I really appreciate you guys following. Push the horn. So my horn doesn't work here, and you'll know why. This is why. There's nothing here. No airbag, no nothing. Just the board for the Fanatec. But I do have a button on my turn signal that does the horn. What mods do I use, Brage? I have real world brands, real physics, real sound, and I have like the interior stuff, like that lady over there, and the dice that's dangling. Not a lot of mods, maybe about 6 or 7. Yep, this drinks a lot of fuel. And very soon we're gonna have to stop for fuel, in fact. You live in Sweden and you prefer ATS because it's something different. Yeah, I totally get you, man. And also the speed limit. Dude, this 50 mile an hour you guys do in Europe, does it make an echo? Yeah, kind of. Is that damage on the windshield? No damage on the windshield. I'm gonna stay here. iPhone 16 Pro Max. Bro, I also love to build these things, but how you gain so much knowledge to build these because there's no way you can learn building? Dude, Arduinos and everything else, all from the red app with the play button, exactly where you are. And because I learned so much from watching videos, this is exactly why I'm recording tutorials to teach back. So, it's just because I learned so much. Turn on the dash lights. They're on. The reason why you can't see it is because the camera is adjusting the exposure, because I have 3 TVs here and lights showing up, So whatever you see now, it's just kind of, you know, overshadowing the lights on that thing. Let me see, where's the truck lane? There. There's the truck lane. Bro, how much? Just about $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, you know, that kind of stuff. The air horn, yes, they usually have the air horn on a string, right? No airbags for me here, Super RAF. Endrill, yes, it's very similar to an XC90. Hey, Soda Can, didn't see you there. Do I have the side mirrors? Yes, I do have two other TVs here with the side mirrors. That's why I look left and right sometimes. But I do, yes. Yes, I have this lady here, and it's funny, yesterday my wife saw her and was like, who is she? It was so funny, the way she asked, like, super curious, but playful. It was funny. Just speed through. No, man, I don't want to get a ticket. I'm playing, you know, as realistic as possible. If you want to see me crash or speed, just send me over galaxies and I'll do whatever you ask. Going uphill here. Is there a roof over your head? No, there's no roof. If you watch my other videos on my channel, Zainab, you'll see that it's just 3 TVs. The dashboard, the passenger seat, the driver's seat, and that's it. I can stretch up. There's nothing over my head. Jason Lynn, why did you choose an S60 for the rig? Well, for several reasons, man. I'm a Volvo guy. I've owned 9 Volvos throughout my life. I currently own 3 Volvos. I do own this car in real life. The same interior as you see here. Volvos are comfortable, safe, and massively underrated as fast cars, and they are fast cars. This Volvo S60R original produces 300 horsepower with a 6-manual transmission with the Spaceball, which is the best transmission out there. And it has an all-wheel drive, an active chassis, you know, all that good stuff. So it is faster than a BMW M3 from the same year. So many reasons, but I love it. Forza Horizon 5. I play Forza Horizon, but mostly offline, man. Is the shifter from automatic? Absolutely not. This is an original Volvo 6-speed manual transmission. And you can see the numbers. I don't know if you can see on the video, but there's 2, 4, 6, reverse, 1, 3, and 5. Because this is a 100% manual transmission from a Volvo. That's why it's able to move like this. Manual, automatic just moves back and forth. This is going sideways. You pay attention. Thank you, Melon. I think that's a compliment. Sway Leo, are Volvo cars reliable? I would say so. I've had 9 Volvos throughout my life, since the 90s, and I've never had any major issue with any of my Volvos. Where am I driving? I'm going to Italy right now. I left Germany, and I'm going to Rome. Play some tunes. It's playing. The volume is just not too loud. But I can't play like copyrighted music, no, unfortunately. The new ones are amazing, dude. I have a Volvo 2022 S60 T8. That thing does 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. I love the new Volvos. I have 2 actually. I have the 2020 and the 2022, both are S60s. Can I take you down to Atlanta? I'm in Europe right now. Which Volvo is the best for you? I think right now I would love to trade one of my Volvos into a V60 T8. Very similar to my S60 T8, but I just like the station wagon look. Have I tried other games? Yes. Several, man. I would disagree, man. Jason, Volvo is still making very good stuff, and in fact is making better stuff than when Ford owned it. Now, Geely actually sent all the development, engineering, design, everything that matters for Volvo cars back to Sweden. So it's back to be a Swedish brand with Chinese money. So I would, beg to differ. You can't see the shifter slots. It's a space ball. That's just a ball. It just looks different, but it's just, you get used to it. And I think it looks amazing. Once in a time, in real life, my car can't start up, so I'm back home. I'm sorry. I'd be sad to be pushed back home. Can you drive F1? Yes. I actually can, and I play F1 quite a lot. I like F1. Where am I driving? I don't know in what country I am right now, but I'm going to Italy. XC40. Yes, I think it's a reliable car. I do have the SP8 platforms, 2 of them, and I never had any issues. Oh, absolutely not, Jason. It's not because they're Chinese. People will complain about cars, any brand of car will talk about problems online. And I don't think Volvo has any more reliability problems than any other major brand right now. And definitely not because they're Chinese, because it's just the money that's Chinese. Volvo is being designed, made, tested, engineered, everything in Sweden. Ford was not doing that, actually. Ford just deleted everybody, just fired everybody, and was just reusing all their platforms from Volvo. Like, the Volvo C30 was a Ford Focus. Not to talk down on the Ford Focus, but it's just, iPhone 16 Pro Max, it does not make any sense. I am playing with a hobby. It's just a hobby. I'm actually commuting to my home office. I work from home, so I literally have to take 10 steps and get to my desk. So it doesn't make any sense. At the point that I am right now, I'm earning money online just by playing with it. That's the point that I am at right now. Is the odometer also working? Yes. Howard, it's working, but it's not as, with the game mileage. It's working with the real life mileage. Meaning if I drive at 40 miles an hour for 1 hour, it will add 40 miles. The game is compressed 20-1, so it's not just moving as the game mileage goes up. Moving as as I drive around. Oh wow, Wiz, that's different. Botswana, I don't think I've ever heard anybody saying they were watching from Botswana. Welcome. Does a clutch feel the same as in real life? It doesn't, to be very honest with you. Real manual cars, as you know, they have the clutch bite. And it's that feeling you get on the pedal when you're just about hitting that bite. And I don't get that. It's linear. It's just a linear feeling. Hey, Acquisti, we're going back to Italy, man. We're going to Rome. Are you playing a game? Yes, I'm playing a game. Oh, there you go. Let me just stop here quickly, because the black app, it's just about to kick me out for inactivity, and I just saw that. Thankfully. Before it kicks me out. Put the hazard lights on and parking brake. Sec. I just gotta go here to my other computer. Now where's the mouse? There you go. There's the mouse. Alright, where is my mouse? Really? I can't move from here? That is a bummer, because that's the only thing I really did want from this. Alright, so I'll have to get up. I'll be back in just a second. Right, we're back. Yeah, there's a problem in one of my super. I am live streaming in multiple places right now, and the black app, the TIKTOK, can't say the names because platforms, they kind of shut you down if you keep saying their names. But that app has a policy that you have to slide like a puzzle every hour that you're live streaming, and I'm just hitting 1 hour right now. And so it starts a countdown of 5 minutes, and then it will just shut down your live stream if you don't say you're there. It kind of detects, like you're inactive, and I am not inactive. I'm right there. Yes, I can drive F1, but I'm not gonna drive F1 today, man. Sorry. Just that I think that live streaming with trucks is better than F1. Because F1, I have to pay attention at the racing line, braking zones, apexes, all that good stuff. And I can't read the chat, and I can't talk to you guys. Does this have a real clutch mechanism? No, it's a it's a gaming clutch. It's from Moza. But yes, if I release it too fast, I am going to stall. But it's not from a real car. Yes, I am, I know. Does this have, do you drive the truck with a clutch? Yes, I do. What is the temp gauge doing? So the temp gauge is showing the GPU temperature right now. And the reason why you see moving down sometimes, it's just I have some glitch on my MSI afterburner. And for a split second, it will send 0 as the temperature. And then the temperature will go down to 0 and then go back up. So this is the GPU temperature right now, which is at about 60 degrees. I can see it here, 61 degrees. How long have you been streaming for? The way you interact with chat is really entertaining and natural. Thank you. Ooh, you see that guy? They don't do that in America. But thank you. I have been, well, I had 2 stints. I used to live stream back about 1.5 years ago. And then I stopped streaming for about 1 year. And I just came back about 1.5 months ago. Can I drive a Lamborghini Aventador? Yes. I just need to change games. There's a game called Assetto Corsa, and I have several cars, and I think I do have a Lamborghini there. I'm not a big fan of supercars, however. But I can drive them. Thank you, Snape. Snape as in Harry Potter? Snape? How long did it take to build this? Looks very real. So it took me about 3 weekends to build the first version, but I've been working on it for about 3 years now. How did you connect those additional screens? Does the game allow it or mods? The game allows it. I do have triple TVs here. They're all connected through my 4090, and this one is connected through another little dongle graphics card thing. Oh, that guy was stopped in the middle of the road. They crashed. Come on, move out of the lane, guys. You're in Rome? That's cool, man. We're arriving home in Rome in 20 minutes. See, we're just leaving Veneto and entering Lombardia. Oh, thank you. At least you like my voice. I hate my voice. I had to learn how to deal with my voice. I don't like it. Doom, does the radio work? Yes. The radio works. The 6 CD changer works. FM, AM, everything works. The audio can come from the computer and play on the speakers, and I can use the volume. Yes, it works. Thank you, C9. Thank you. Snape was one of my favorite characters as well. 50 miles an hour, guys. Come on, I'm going too fast. Thank you for the follow, fellas. Thank you for the follow, everybody. I really appreciate. Thank you, Island. I have a streamer voice. I don't know, I always thought my voice is kind of squeaky. I find it very annoying. When I have to edit my videos with me speaking, man, I get goosebumps of cringe, you know? Play it, man. Go play ETS. It's super fun. I'm biased as hell, but I love playing American Truck Simulator or ETS right now. 19CJ14. Thank you, man. You can find a tutorial on my channel. The channel is on the red app with the play button. You can also find on my link tree. Oh, gotta change lanes here to Bologna. I thought about trying to change my voice with one of those apps, you know, that does that. But I don't know, dude. And then I think it's too fake. Idris, hey man, how much does it cost for a setup like that, if you don't mind? No, I don't mind. So it's about $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. So all the wood, metal, carpet, you know, Arduinos, all the good stuff. Another $400, so $700 in total. Ollie, does the gauges work? Yes, so you see the light is, the orange light there is the fuel, showing me that I have to stop for fuel, which I don't know where. Do they have a fuel stop here? No, they don't. I need to find fuel soon. Do I have mirrors? And yes, I do have triple TVs here, so I have the right and the left mirror. What car am I driving? So I'm driving a truck, Jay. Graphics mods? No, I don't have any graphics mods here. I think we're gonna take this next, not this one, the next exit. Have you got a trailer attached? Yes. That is my trailer. I think so, Jason. That's what I heard. Everybody hates their own voice. Okay, you can come in and I'm gonna... Oh, there's a gas station right there. Nice. Here we go. Let's stop. What is my PC specs? So I have a 9950X with a 4090 and 64 gigs of RAM. How much time do we have? I think we're gonna sleep because it's like 8 p.m. So we're gonna take a nap here, just so we can get daylight. Does it improve your driving skills? I think it does, in a sense that it will help you get speed out of your system. Like you can do crazy stuff here and, you know, not do that in real life. Is this ETS or ATS? ETS. From where did the journey start? So we started in Germany. And we're going to Rome. All right. Hey, nice, Vaughn. Yes, man. Which S60 do you have? Do I play BeamNG? Yes, I do play BeamNG sometimes. Yeah, you can learn how to drive here. Thank you, Rita. How much does this all cost? So I spent about $700, $300 in car parts, and another $400 in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, that kind of stuff. So now you'll be able to see the light. So let's stop with the parking brake. So pay attention at the fuel gauge. As I fill up the tank, the miles and the fuel gauge will go up and the light will go off. Nice, a 2012 S60 T5 in silver, so you got the P3. That's sweet, man. I like the P3s as well. I don't have any. I have one P2 Volvo S60R with the 6-speed manual transmission, just like this one. And I have two other Volvos, which are the brand new ones, the SP8 platform, also S60. One is a 2020 T5 and the other one is a 2022 T8. Is it me or racing games don't capture the thrill of flooring a car like in games? I know what you're talking about, Jason. It's the fact that we don't have the, you know, the gravity and the sensation of being squeezed in our seats, that kind of stuff. Yes, sir, Rada, it's from actual car parts. So the seats are from a real car, yes. 100% Volvo S60, both of them. Thank you, Rada, thank you. I really appreciate that. Are we getting close to our Objective? No, we're very far from it. I don't know why. Nobody sends me gifts ever. But that's okay. We'll survive. Some people use dual graphics card, but I heard somewhere that 2 GPUs can't directly work parallel. Yes. Kind of weird if you want to use 2 graphics card. Let's get going. So I use 1, well, technically 2, but that one is not counting as a graphics card. It's just for that display right there. Imagine meeting another gamer on the road. That'd be fun. Like you go like, hey, how you doing? Thank you for the follow, fellas. Thank you for the follow, everyone. Thank you, Shady. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta learn how to do that, Rada. But I don't know what would I say as incentives. I mean, I usually tell people if they want me to crash. A lot of people ask me to crash. Like, you gotta give me something, man. I'm not gonna just crash because you said crash. Where did you get the cluster? At the junkyard, Eli. So you're on my channel, on the red app with the play button. You can find my tutorial. You'll see the actual car that the gauge came from. So, yeah. Crash for 100 roses? Okay, we'll crash into somebody. I do have 20% damage already, so... Ooh. We're gonna floor it, and we're gonna crash into a car, and let's hopefully make it fly over the windshield. Let's see. Was this hard to build? Nah, it was a lot of work, not hard. There we go. We're plowing through some cars here. Oh, I think we're pulling it. Let's see. Truck is stopping. There we go. See if we can tow it. Let's take it with us. So there you go. I do that sometimes, Jason. Yesterday I was live streaming. Oh. What do you mean, more damage? Did I build this myself? Yes, I did. So I think we're gonna have to let this guy go. You can find my tutorial on my channel, General Madness. Oh, hey, Rada. I'll do that for the next live stream, but I crashed anyways. We're leaving Emilia Romagna and entering Toscana. What monitor do you have? I have 3 TVs. All of them are 65-inch 4K TVs with 120 Hz. And the reason why we're going so slow is that we're kind of towing this lady here. I don't know why. He needed a tow. Try talking with both of your hands. I'm explaining. I'm in my way to Rome. You can't park there. Hey, Itchy. Good evening to you, sir. Are we on Mother Russia? Almost. Ah! Crashed my gear. Okay, let me see if I can shake her off. There we go. We're free. Let's go. Ah. Now we're moving again. Which router do you use and what's your internet plan speed? I don't know the router, man, but I know my internet's plan. I do have 800 megabytes down and up. I do have fiber here in my house, so I'm very lucky to have a very powerful internet. That F1 guy, yes, of course I do remember you. You were just here. Oh, now I'm speeding. Really? Okay. Andy, let me give you the bell, dude. You say something super smart. Get the bell. So let's keep at 50 here. Let's put the cruise control on. I am from Brazil. I was born in Brazil, raised in Brazil, and I live in America for about 10 years now. There we go. We're going to Rome, guys. We're almost there. Yes, Andy owns a fedora and a cane. I can almost see the face, Itchy. Thank you for the follow, Steve. Is it 50 kilometers an hour or miles? So I changed the game to miles. It's showing 50 miles an hour as a speed limit, so I'm driving at 50 miles an hour. It's just about 80 kilometers an hour. I do have the kilometers here on my speedometer, as you can clearly see. However, I just rather use in miles. I'm kind of used to it now. Even though I was born and raised in a metric country. I agree, iPhone. I do need a motion. That'd be pretty cool. Itchy on TikTok has a motion, and that's pretty awesome. Well, actually... maybe because I live here in America for about 10 years now. I do realize that I have a strong accent. Like, if you're American, you're gonna realize that I am not an American. I do have an American passport. I'm an American citizen, but I was not born and raised here. Like, my daughter speaks perfect English. Mine is kind of, you know, okay. Thank you, that F1 guy. Thank you. What are you trying to sell, Itchy? Is this more on interstate and highways? You can go on streets as well. Yes, when you get to a city, you'll go on streets, but not like the downtown area. Only places where you could actually drive with a truck. Does the heated seats work? Emil, no, I didn't connect them, and the reason is very simple. I live in Florida, and as one might know, Florida is known for being very hot. So I would never have my heated seats working. The reason why you see the lights on here is because they're also operating my windows. Oh, nice. You told me you got a better deal, but you're gonna get to keep it. That's pretty awesome, Itchy. I wish a motion company would send me motion seats. I would have on a separate rig, but that'd be pretty cool. Yes, iPhone, I do remember you. You've been here since the start of the live stream. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Baldy, just buy a truck at this point. Oh, man, that's such a silly thing to say. Would you tell a Call of Duty guy to go to war or a flight simulator guy to buy an airplane? I'm not gonna buy a truck at this point, dude. I'm having fun, my hobby, and I'm commuting to my home office here, so... Oh, why did this guy break down in the middle of the freaking road? What? There's a truck there. Okay. That was sudden. Hey, Melissa, you got your Route 10 cluster working. Nice. Good job. What are the crash physics like? Oh, they're sucking this game, man. Nothing like BeamNG. It just sucks. You just crash and it's like you're hitting concrete. It doesn't do anything. And it just damages your truck. Not even fun. Yeah, it's only a few $100s for a truck. Super cheap. You can buy those off of Craigslist, right, Itchy? You guys have Craigslist in Australia? I bet you do. Then buy a brick. I do have 3 bricks, which are Volvos. 4 cars. Yeah, buy a brick, like a literal brick. That'd be fun. I should put a brick right here. Yeah, exactly. Crash physics? ETS 2? What is that? STS is probably like crash physics? Never heard of it. Blowing down to 50 miles an hour here, otherwise I'll get a ticket. Does the cluster have some sort of delay in showing the RPMs? It does have a little, yes, it does. Does the steering have force feedback or not? Yes, it has 12 Newton meters of force feedback. Lima, Peru. Nice, Jerson. Hola, ¿qué tal? Gumtree. Huh, that's an interesting name. Nice, Eli. I hope you're having fun. In what country are you in your setup? You should get an F1 car, that F1 guy. I totally agree. Get an F1 car. Boldly, why not do this for a job for a company? Okay, let's go. So, I'm able to buy all of this, 4 cars, and have a simulator because I work already, right? And this is a hobby. And it also makes money for me. And it makes a lot, you know, my job makes more money than driving a truck. I don't know if that's clear enough. I don't want to, you know, go flexing around. It just doesn't make any sense for me. But you keep asking a very silly question. That's the same reason why people who are playing Call of Duty for free don't join the army to get real money. The same thing, dude. Doesn't make any sense. You hope this is on PlayStation 5? No, man. It's a PC. Yeah, trucks and F1 cars, they cost more than a house. Trucks are also very expensive, dude. Yes, Boldly is not allowed to have hobbies. He's probably married and his wife doesn't respect his hobbies and he doesn't respect hers. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, obviously it's not the same thing when you're risking your life, and that's a very good reason why you would not do this in real life. You couldn't have answered better yourself. Rada, you're talking about me? I work in an office. I work for a major company as an executive. I work from home. Thank you, Aubrey. In real life, no reset button. Yes, you are 100% right, Jason. No reset button. If you crash, it's a lot more expensive than here. Aubrey, is my radio working? Yes, it is. So the 6 CD changer is working, FM, AM. I can use the volume to also set the volume for my game, because the audio comes from the computer to the speakers on the radio. Everything works. Not a single thing here is for show. That's a funny way to say now. How much you can get a real car seat used from? If you go to a junkyard here in America, you can buy for about $20-25. That's how much you would pay for one. How much did it cost to buy all of this? So I spent about $300 in car parts and another $400 in hardware. Wood, metal, carpet, Arduinos, LCD screen, that kind of stuff. Pocolo, absolutely not. Is it harder to mount a commuter car seat? Not harder. Just make sure if you buy a car seat that if... Did that truck just hit me? Yes, it did. If you buy a real car seat, make sure that the rails are parallel and they're both on the same level. Some cars, they're not at the same level because they have the air duct or the ducts in the center and they're not parallel. So make sure they're parallel and they're both like at the same height. How do you set all the dashboard up and plug it in? Arduinos, my friend. Arduinos are the answer to most of your questions. If you go to my red app with the play button channel, you can find a tutorial, a step-by-step tutorial that will teach you how to do this. Non-road use bucket seat is the cheapest, and those are used for sim racing. Yes, if you want a more like sporty feeling, like Itchy just said, you can buy one of those. Those are also very good. Roma, nice. We're getting to Rome. Is the cluster USB? It is now, because it's connected through Arduino. How much did it all cost? About $300 in car parts and another $400 or so in hardware. Arduino, carpet, metal, wood, that kind of stuff. Jason, flat seat rails is... It is a hell if you don't get a seat with the flat rails. Yes, it is. It is hell. The problem is you're gonna get, you know, unbalanced, and you're gonna have to build shim wood to kind of just mimic the bottom of the car's, you know, structure, and that is a nightmare. So you don't want to do that. Just make sure you look at the car seat and they are parallel and also at the same height. Hey Jay, just check out my channel and you'll see my tutorials. You'll know everything you need to know about building one of these. How long till I reach my destination? 0 minutes, in fact. I'm pretty close. I'm, 5 miles in the game. It is on. The beeping sound you hear, Zato, is the lane keep assist. But it's not moving my steering wheel. It's just making the sound. So we are almost arriving at our destination. You're in Rome. Ichi, at this point, just go for a drive. Absolutely not. This is called a hobby for a reason, and I work from home, but this is my drive for the day, if you know what I mean. And I'm also earning a little bit of money while doing this. It's like a fancy Uber. You know I use 3 TVs, but what resolution are they? So they are 4K. All 3 of them are 4K, and right now I'm running at around 60 FPS, but only because this game is not very well optimized, and it can't go with the 120 Hz that this TV can. Are they identical? Yes. They're the same brand, same model, bought at the same day. Zadis, why is it revving so high? It's a very simple answer to your simple question. The reason is it's calibrated. So 2,000 RPMs in the game truck means 7,500 RPMs in my real gauge. And that's why it's revving so high. It's not high. It's revving normal. I only make it rev higher so I can see with my peripheral view and know when I have to shift gears. Pretty simple, actually. Just a mathematical formula. Speed up? Absolutely not. Tim. Oh, that is very rude, Tim. We don't want rude people in our chat, do we? Here we are. We are at our destination. How much did the whole system setup cost? Well, the part that makes the setup special is the car part, right? And that was $700. Here we go. We arrived. Let's choose the hardest one because we can do it. I think the best way will be for me to go through this way and go that way. ATS is better. I don't disagree. The speed limit is way better. The game is the same, but the speed limit, oh, it's way better. Raid, what do you do for work? I work in an office with market research. Thank you, T-Man. That's really much appreciated. Do I have any bass shakers? Yes, I do. I have a butt kicker on this seat right here that I am using right now. All right, so let's turn here. We close. And then let's turn here. We can kind of get the truck in a good position. All right, here we go. Yeah, well, a $3,000 GPU, Itchy, is not what makes my simulator special, right? But that's where I have to park, right there. Oop, the other way. No, the monitors are at 120 hertz right now. But the frame rate that the game is able to push without losing quality is 60. Actually, it's 80. I could be running 80, but the problems with 80 is that sometimes it'll have a dip and it's noticeable. So I set the max limit to 60 on this game. All other games play at 120 hertz. Hey, JM! Hello. Alright, so let's park here. Easy to get the dials to work. Yes, Jake, it's not hard. I'll be pretty close to that. Real life is free, bro. Aw, man, what fantasy world do you live, Braze, that real life is free? You must be a mummy boy that always got everything paid for. So you don't have to worry about working, you know, earning money and all of that. That must be nice. In the real world, real life is not free. In fact, it's way more expensive than just playing a game. Oh, nice, Johnson. I have to go play golf, man. I miss it. It's been a while, but it's too hot here in Florida right now. I have to wait for just some winter time. What streaming app do I prefer, T-Man? I am using OBS right now. Alright, so we parked. Here we are. Kind of crooked, but I'll take it. Put the parking brake on. And now we will hit comfort and that will detach. So do I play other games? Yes, I play Assetto Corsa. I like to play BeamNG. What else? I like to play iRacing. I like to play Assetto Corsa Competizione. Coda Bear. So I'm using two PCs for the live stream. So my live streaming PC is another PC that's behind me. Does OBS connect with the Black app? It does if you have the right plugin. I'm not using OBS, however. I'm using their live studio. Have I ever played disc golf? I have not, Pokey. I have seen people playing here in my HOA, but I never played myself. Do you use OBS too? Yeah, OBS is pretty good, man. It's just simple and works. Does my wife and daughter love that I play, love that ETS? No, they don't, like, enjoy ETS. My daughter loves BeamNG. Yeah, Coda Bear, the thing is, I could push the limit on this computer, but my frame rate dips below 60 with 4K in this, even though I have a 9950 X3D and a 4090. So it's, man, it's very intensive to the computer to run OBS and then the Black App Studio, you know, all of that. Do I play Forza Horizon? I do play Forza, but offline. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So let's get another job before we end the live stream. I think we can do a quick one. So let's continue. Let's find something here at the freight market. Yeah, the BeamNG physics is the best. How long have you been playing this save? I'm not sure if I understand your question, Jason. Bob Dente, Dentech. So no, this is a Fanatec Club Sport modded. So you can find the tutorial on my channel. It's just a Fanatec board with a Fanatec quick release in the back that connects to the Fanatec wheelbase. A Club Sport DD with 12 Newton meters. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jason. Can you do it off stream? Yeah, I do have some videos on that. What does the number 1 crown I see in my own comment? I don't know. That's a good question. I have no clue. You see how much I know about this. Let's find a job here. So, oh no, we have to choose where we are here. This is a very long trip. Let's choose Rome. 50,000 euros to take these cars to Rome, to Paris? That's not bad. We're not gonna finish this delivery today, but I think we're gonna take that. We can also go to Czech Republic, Deutschland. No, we're gonna go to Paris. Let's take these cars to Paris. Rob Bob, once you try VR, actually, you do turn back if you get motion sickness. I have a VR headset. I hate it. And also, like, I'm live streaming now for an hour and 45 minutes. Try doing that with a VR headset. You're gonna hate it. How do I see your comments, Jay? It's on the other TV here. I have 3 TVs. I have a triple TV set up here, so that's how I am able to keep up with all the comments and stuff. All right, you're back. Super. Hey, Meme Boys Gaming. Thank you. Hello to you too, sir. Get my car lags now, man. I don't want to get sick for no reason. I'd rather press buttons, you know, like buttons do button things, and they're much more fun. And I have triple TVs here. I don't know if you're watching on the widescreen version, but I do have a 180 degrees field of view, so I'm not gonna get motion sickness for months until I get my car lags just to, you know, play with a VR headset. It doesn't make any sense. And also, that would not make a fun live stream, would it? How do I see the trailers when I'm backing up? Because I have triple TV set up, I can see the rear view mirrors. So let's stop at the dealership, because I'm gonna try to see if I can change my transmission there before we go back to... Yes, I have 3 TVs, 2 on each side and this one in the front. Yes, you can play Forza Horizon with a VR headset. Oh, that's not the right way. But we'll make it there. Creme de la crêpe. No, I don't. I have my driver's license for 25 years now. I never had a ticket. I mean, I think that's what makes you a good driver. Driving safely. So you've been flight simming. Yes, Flight Simulator is pretty cool. But I can still flight simulate here. I put another, I have a screen here that can put all the gauges, and I do fly real life Cessnas 150. So for instance, my cross country flight, I practice here before I go on a real flight. With my flight simulator. How do you get a setup like that? You have to go to the junkyard and pull the parts. I have a tutorial on my channel. And Leo Gomez, you can find that tutorial right there where you are right now in my channel. Yes, Euro truck. All right, let me get the service done here because I need to fix some parts of the truck. I got a lot of damage here, especially in my tires, on my tires. So we'll change the tires. And then we'll go back and try to change my transmission. Oh, in the wrong place. Truck configurator. Yeah, I fly the Cessna 150, so it's pretty similar to yours. The 1971, I don't own it. It's from a company at the airport. That's the one I fly. But I do not own it. 1971. The cool thing about it, you can find some videos there. Oh, you're on the red app with the play button. You can find on Instagram, for instance, and it's the glass cockpit. I love the glass cockpit. They changed the cockpit to a glass one, and I think that's pretty good. Oh, I have a new option of engine, 500 horsepower, but we're not going to change that now. It's still a 12-speed. Level 15 is going to enable me to go with a different transmission, and I'm hoping that the 6-speed transmission is down here somewhere. So let's save the money. What do you mean refund for what? What did I change? See order. Oh yeah, cancel. It needs a rebuild. Yes, it does. I'm saving money. I'm probably gonna buy a new truck in the game. Hello, Sleepy. What can you play that game on? I'm not sure I follow your question, man. Alright, let's go. Let's get that trailer and let's go to France. I'm gonna drive just for a few more minutes because I gotta start my day. Is this Euro or American? This is Euro Truck Simulator. Alright, Rob. This is not an airport. You don't need to announce you're departing. Off you go. This is a very wanker thing to say. Hey, Sleepy. The little boy got boo-boo because we don't like VR. Oh no. Because VR sucks. Anything you gotta get used to so you don't get duking, you know, sucks. It's just the truth. Maverick, what is that rig? It's a Volvo S60R and we're playing ETS right now. And clear left, clear right. Yes. Is this DIY? Yes. Completely DIY. And in fact, you can find exactly on my channel where you are, you can find a tutorial. Oh, right there, not here. And all the buttons work, everything works. So let's stop here. We're gonna get some cars over to France. To Old Paris, City of Lights. There we go, for 50,000 euros. I can take that. Yes, sir, this is an actual interior of a car. Do I drive an S60R in real life? Yes, I do, Bushy. I have 3 Volvos right now in my garage. I have the S60R 2005 with the 6-speed manual transmission, just like this one. And I have 2 modern SPA Volvos, the 2020 S60 and the 2022 S60 P8. They are calibrated to ETS, yes, but they're calibrated to my tachometer, OB Vatel. So as you noticed, the RPMs are going much higher, and that's because I have 8,000 RPMs on this gauge cluster. So I can calibrate and tell that 2,000 RPMs in the truck, which is right there. You can see the RPM moving right there. So whenever it's at 2,000 RPM, this is 7,500 RPMs. Pretty simple. So let's go outside the truck here and let's connect it so you guys can see. So I just press comfort and it connects. Back inside the truck and let's get going. Yes, Maverick, I do. I have a 45-minute long step-by-step tutorial on that app you just mentioned. How much did I pay for the S60R Sleepy TTR? I paid, I think it was $10,000 a few years ago because it's hard to find a manual transmission, and mine was a very low mileage car. My S60R has about 105,000 miles right now. So I paid a little bit more and I had to drive all the way to North Carolina to get it. But bro drives a truck with a car interior. Oh, the heck I do. Like there's bros driving with a flimsy sim rig, like with a profile, aluminum profile, driving F1 cars. Can you believe that? That does not look realistic at all. Very few people drive in F1 games with an actual F1 car. Go figure. Well, thank you, Maverick. Long live the manuals. I do agree with you, man. I had to drive a long way to get that manual car, man, and it was totally worth it. In fact, this trim right here is from my car. What I did was I found a brand new one from Volvo, and I bought a brand new one for my car, and I put the cars here. SDE 786 official. I'm sorry, man, I don't remember you, but welcome back, man. Glad to see you back at the live stream. How's the fuel gauge working? Just like everything else is working, just with an Arduino Uno and a CAN bus shield. Is the sat nav on your screen on? Yes, the sat nav is right there. Do I like the 850R? I love the 850R, man. Fun fact about me, my first Volvo was a Volvo 850 Turbo. And obviously, everybody that owned the 850 would dream about an R. But I didn't have an R at the time. But I did have a Volvo 850, and it was a pretty cool car. Drive fast. No, thank you. Gonna drive at the speed limit. Just 50 miles an hour. Nice, Wagon Daddy. You have a Volvo S60, I assume, a P2. Good choice, good sir. Would you drive a bus with that setup? Yes, I think they're gonna release a new DLC with coaches, and yes, you'll be able to drive. Why you go slow? Because this is a truck, and I'm keeping within the law, man. How does it all work in sync with the game? A bunch of Arduinos, dude. Well, happy birthday. Thank you, Wagon. The T-red or the yellow? I'd say the yellow, man. The yellow is awesome. So I think we're gonna find a place to stop the truck, and then we're gonna end the live stream for today because we're reaching 2 hours, and I am commuting to my home office, so I gotta start working. It's Monday. Press the horn, yes. Let's see if it works. The telepass. I don't have to stop. Yes, it does. Pretty cool. So you have a P2 S60R and a P2 V70R. Oh man, you got both of them. What combo are your cars? Mine is the 2005 S60R in black with the Nordcap seats. What is yours? Yeah, 100% yellow. I agree. Where am I from? I'm from Brazil. Born and raised, and I live in Florida. It's a video. Where's the fun in not doing stupid... Well... I don't need to answer a stupid question. But yeah, that's the fun. I'm having fun. If you're not having fun, you can just... keep scrolling. And I'm doing some stupid things right now. I'm over the speed limit. Let's slow down here. You click the button. Yes, I can click any button. Every button here works. Everything you see here works. Nothing here is for show. What do I do for work? I work for a very large company and I do market research. And I work from home. Opa, Limones, abraço aí pro Brasil aí. Que cidade que estamos falando aí, mano? Where did you get the car interior? At the junkyard. Alright, I found a place to stop the truck. So we're gonna stop here and yeah. Oh, so you have both Glacier Silver, Metallic, Nordcap, and Gobi. Nice. I love the Nordcap. I don't know why it does that scratching sound. I'm not scratching the gears, I promise you guys. I'm pressing the clutch all the way down. How did you even do this all to get it to work? There's a tutorial on my channel. Brasileiro. Opa. Tá em Miami? Mas mora em Miami ou mora no Brasil? Tá visitando aí só. Oh, my friends, I think that will be all for today. We're headed towards, this the button? Yes. So we're headed towards France. We're going to Paris. And we're just at the start of our trip. We started in Rome, and we're headed towards France on north of Paris. So that's where we're going. And we're probably going to finish... We're gonna finish this trip tomorrow because I do have to end the live stream. But I really appreciate you guys watching. I see all of you here. I hope if you're not following, you hit the follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you want to come back and see my live streams in the morning, I live stream usually from around 8 a.m. till like 9:30 a.m. And yeah, I stream ETS, ATS. I've been playing ETS for about a week now, and I hope to see you guys again. And I explain how to do all of this on my channel on the red app with the play button. So, yeah. Casou com uma cubana ciumenta, mano. Eita vida. Italian Capybara, you use a Logitech. I am using a Fanatec Club Sport DD with 12 Newton meters. More Bula, thank you, man. Good afternoon to you too, sir. Thank you, Wagon. Thank you, man. Enjoy your Volvos. If you have Instagram, add me there. I usually follow people who have Volvos. I kind of like seeing them. So if you have an Instagram about your Volvo, feel free to find my Flybrick S60R there. And just give me a follow. I'll follow you back. Christoph, let's go. Dude, I've been going for the past 2 hours. I'm sorry, man. You just started the live stream now as I'm ending my live stream. Is that a whole Volvo interior? Yes. It's a Volvo S60R interior. How do you make a setup like that? You find my tutorial in my channel on the red app with the play button. Alright guys, I gotta go. It's been lovely. Always a pleasure having you guys as passengers. I hope to see you guys tomorrow at the same time, Eastern Standard Time. and have fun. Stay safe. See you later.